Hi, my name is Shinda Sharat and my register number is UA15CSC56. So today the aim of this particular experiment is to create a website for a particular company of any choice, and also to create a resume in the form by using the form tag. So let's just go into it. So we start off with the title, and I've given my title as Liner Bookstore. So coming to the body tag, I've used the background image which I've already copied to the site root, and that's the name of the image. Now coming to the header tag, now in order to fix the logo that I want, I've used the image src tag, and I've pasted the name of the image that I've used, and also the heading that I've given. Now I've edited this particular form in order to make it come to the center. I've used the CSS code, as you can see here, H1. The display inline display inline is given to the header, so that wherever the image is, the H1, which is the heading, would go along with it. And then I've given the font family, which is you can give it of any choice. And along with font size and color, font weight, it reduces the breadth of the text, and also the padding is reduced to the padding is increased to 2 pixels. And header is the place where the image is present, and the text align is given as center, so that it would align to the the text, that is the heading H1, and it aligns in the center. Okay. Now coming to the next part, next is the nav tag, which is for the navigation part. Here I created a table in order to divide. Now here the width is given as 100%, and I've divided into 4 parts, that is 25% each, so that they'll each have equal spacings. So I've used the anchor tag in order to give a link. So you can give any link that you require, and closing the table tag along with the nav tag. Now header area is over. Next comes the section. In the section, the content is displayed. Now the requirement for this experiment is actually to divide the web page into 2 equal halves, in which one half has a text and an audio clip, and the other has the video clip. So I divided the table is given as 100%, and I've divided into 2 equal halves, that is 50% each. And in the first 50%, I've displayed the contents, and in the next and right below that, we have the audio controls, where the audio clip is pasted, and this is the particular tag that is required. And it comes along with source src and the song that you have pasted in your site root, and along with the type of audio that you have, MP3 or OGG, anything. Next, the next half of the web page, there is a rest 50% is fitted with the video, and I've mentioned the width controls, video controls, and it is the same as that of the audio, but the only difference is it changes to MP4 instead of MP3 or OGG, and the video tag is closed. So that's about the content and the video audio clip attachment. Next, once again, I have divided the table into 3 equal halves, so that I have one contact form, another registration form, and the other is a Google map, in order to show the area where the bookstore is located. So we'll divide it into 3 equal halves. So I've taken it as 33% approximately, and I've given the heading as contact us for the first first contact form. Now it's not particularly a contact form, but it has a text area, a mail ID, and a phone number. So the text area is given as follows: that is text area, and the name, any name can be given, and the rows and columns are mentioned as rows and columns, which gives the size of the similar to width and height. Close the tag. And the email ID, as you've spoken earlier, it is done using the anchor tag, and also the mail to attribute. and whatever the email ID to which you have to send the mail is given here, and shindash@gmail.com. This is going to be present in the web page, so once you click it, it will redirect you to the particular email. And next is a phone too, which uses attribute tel, and this is a format, that is a number which you're supposed to type in. So once you click this, your contact will be, I mean, you'll have to contact with that particular person through the telephone. So that's about it. Next is the form, that is the registration form that I've created next to the contact form. So in this form, I actually give the action second.html. Now this, we'll come back to this later, but before that, we go to the field set. Now the field set, what it does is that it groups all the input controls, all the input forms that you have given, and it groups them into one particular field. And legend is actually used to box up the the field set, and it mentions a name in between the lines, and you'll see that once the output is shown. So yes, so we have three inputs, that is, you have the username, the password, and also the registration button, on which when you click, it redirects you to another page. So that's where this action comes in. So the action is equal to second.html is the other HTML page that I've created, and and this is just this acts as a link. So when the registration button is pressed, it redirects us to the second.html web page. So first we'll see the username. So it is given as type text, since it's a form of text. The name, any name can be given, and the placeholder is nothing but the invisible text that is given inside the text box. So the same goes for password, but the type password itself is available. So once you type it, it comes in bulletins or asterisks, so that is not visible to the user. And the next is this is type submit. So submit is the inbuilt function of HTML. Once it's clicked, it redirects you to the page where you've mentioned before. So you give the name, register, name any name that you require, and the value I've given as register, that is the name within which the button is given. Next is the map. So you can embed a Google map within your page, and that can be done very easily. So you use the tag called iframe, and you go to the Google Maps, you click the share button, in which there's another thing called embed. So the link is ready-madely available there. So all you have to do is just copy and paste it over here, so that you get the link, the entire link. So you can see, and you can mention the width and height of the the form that, the Google map that you want it to be visible. So next comes the resume, that is the form which has first name, last name, your address, your mobile number, and a lot of other attributes. So that is done over here. Okay. Okay, so I've created multiple forms, so I'm just going to go through one by one. The first form, this is the form that holds all the forms together, so this isn't of any importance. Then this is the main form, the first form that we have created. So this has, you just give about anything that you want. That is I've given the heading as personal details, and you can give any sort of style that you require. I've given the color, font size, font family. It's of your choice. So first I've given the first name, and this is also a type text. You can give any name that you want, and the value is actually null in the beginning. You have not given anything inside. And placeholder, as usual, gives invisible text. So we have the middle name, the last name, and date of birth. The date of birth is type date, so that the date gets visible. So once you click it, the date gets displayed. Next is age in years. So here there's a condition that the person should be above the age of 18. So we give the type number as usual, and the min value is used so that the minimum value to enter is 18 and not below 18. Next is your radio button. Radio button is done just by typing radio in the type area, so that you will have a radio button created. So this is one form that is done. Now this is a progress bar. And if you want to create a progress bar, that can be done very easily by using the tag progress. The value that I want is, I want 70%. I want to show that 70% of the form is completed. So I give the value as 70 and the maximum value is 100. And give 70% complete. Close the tag and you can see a progress bar displaying at the bottom of the form. We can see that during the output. So next form is actually about the address and city and stuff. So first we go to the address. It's the same as that of the previous ones since it's a text. City and then state. Now in state, in order to create a list box, you use this particular tag called select tag, and it has another subtag called options, in which various options can be displayed. So in this case, I've given option value is equal to a state, anything, be it anything. So I've given Karnataka and close the option tag, and I've done it for numerous times and close the tag. So this creates a list box containing these many states from which you can choose from. Next is zip code, and there is a need for us to create a zip code which has only 5 numbers. So for that you give min and max values. The minimum value is 0 and the maximum value is 5. Yes, okay. Next we create another form. Now this form has the contact details, so the telephone number, then mobile number, and it requires a pattern, and this pattern tells you that only 10 number of digits can be available and nothing more than that can be used. The next is the mail ID. There's a particular type called email, so that you have the @ symbol and the $ symbol to accompany it. The next is website, and it uses URL tag since it's a link. Next form is the qualification form with your schooling, with your percentage and all those things. So that I've created a table as usual, and I've given the list of the headings that are required. Then you can either have, now I've created a checkbox for all these attributes that I've given earlier, and it can either be checked or unchecked, and in this case I've given it as checked. It's of your choice. Next comes the first row, that is the 10th, then we have the 12th, and then you have the college. So we have 3 different rows, and here in the first row is the 10th, and similarly, it has options. First is your country, the country which you want to choose. So I've given various countries based on using the select tag and the subtag option. Next is the date. So for that, there's a particular type called date type, and you can use that. Then the same way it has a check or unchecked option. You can either choose one. So this goes on for all the rows. So 10th, 12th. Similarly, we have the BTech, that is the college. So everything is repeated. Okay. Alright, so in order to attach an external file to your web page, you use the tag, use the type file, and you give the tag, accept, doc, or anything. Asterisk is universal selector, so or anything. So any type of file can be added to this particular web page. Next is your submit tags. As we have said earlier, once it's submitted, it just vanishes, and then reset button is given so that you can reset it and do it all over again. Now I'm just going to run the